Especially these two things, these three things, they are very very important. I have marked here, star marks also given. I had given 25 to 30 also, very very important this year especially. Please go through them. We tend to ignore, we just read. So that is why we sometimes assume what UPSC had given and all. So don't go with the assumptions and all. Whatever is written in Lakshmikant, or whatever it is written in the Constitution, Bear Act and all, so take that meaning especially. So don't take your own assumptions and all. I have already discussed about this one, right against adverse effects of climate change. They brought some judgment, right? Article 14 and Article 21. They might directly ask, which are articles comes under this particular judgment, this climate judgment and all. And right to digital access, right to accessing of the digital content, all those things and all, for especially the PW, disabled people and all. For them, it comes now, right to digital access comes under Article 21. Earlier they had asked, right to marriage comes under. So in that way, right to digital access this year. Okay. Then TPSP, we all know that it is not clearly segregated like this in Lakshmikant. For our in Constitution, not Lakshmikant, sorry. So DPSP, for our convenience, we had segregated as Gandhian, Socialist, and Liberal. So sometimes they might swap here and here. Statements simply swap and they will give like that. So because DPSP is very very important topic, because it is a beacon of legislature as well, beacon of judiciary as well as. Okay, Article 50, separation of powers, all those things and all. 51, international, all those things and all, it is there. So without this, our welfare is impossible. Okay. Then example, Wildlife Protection Act 1972, protection of wildlife, protection of biodiversity, protection of lakes, water, all those things comes under this thing. Okay, DPSP. Please go through that, and please try to compare fundamental duties and DPSP also once. Okay, whether they are enforceable or not. Fundamental rights are enforceable, they are not enforceable, you can say. Okay. So, and sometimes we ignore constitutional amendments. I think this is not state exam or state PSC and all, so people tend to ignore. But they might ask from the what is the purpose of 105th constitutional amendment. So, and they might switch, or they might swap with something else. Okay, so that is why at least the recent ones we should remember. Okay, it is regarding the cooperate, it is regarding the India Bangladesh sharing of the things, and GST is there. So in that way, so you should try to remember. Article 44, I have amendment for 42nd and 44th constitutional amendment, 42nd, and whatever things has happened in 42nd constitutional amendment, again retrieved in the 44th, restored in the 44th through the 44th constitutional amendment. 52nd we have already discussed, 10th schedule. 61st, right to this one, voting age reduced to 18 years, 21 to 18 years. 86th, right to education, we already know. So sometimes they might relate right to education related to, yes, it comes in fundamental rights, it comes in DPSP, it comes in fundamental duties, everywhere. Because of this 86th constitutional amendment, every fundamental right also, DPSP also, and fundamental duty also. So all three got amended. Okay. Then 91st constitutional amendment. So these are all very very important constitutional amendments. At least go through the relevance of that particular constitutional amendment, why they brought. Okay. And the procedure also, constitutional amendment, everyone knew that. So they might get make us to confuse simple procedure or special procedure, all those things and all, they might confuse. Please try to just glance through the things. These are all easy things we tend to ignore. That's why please go through that, and it is very 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 important. Now even budget also, Nari Shakti Gyan is there, right? Garib, youth, and farmer, and in Nari Shakti, I guess. Okay, that is why 106th constitutional amendment, Nari Shakti Vandhan Adhiyan. Okay, through this 33% of the reservation is provided for women in Lok Sabha and state legislations. Okay, so please go through this topic once again. So important things, whatever the features and all. So then glance through. Last year they had asked about the parts, right? So they had confused it. That's why please go through the parts, basic important parts. Election Commission comes under, and emergency powers comes under, and the other UPSC or constitutional bodies comes under. These things and all you should go through it, parts especially. Then governor versus president. So actually the huge hue and cry is going on because of the linchpin between the state and center. Actually he needs to act as a bridge between center and state, but he is acting as an agent. That is why there the issue arises. Okay, so here whenever you are while writing prelims and all, try to while reading any topic, such kind of topic, especially parliament versus state legislature, and Rajya Sabha versus state legislative council. So like that, governor versus president. So we have pardoning powers to both. There is a difference. We have other discretionary powers are there. There is a difference. In that way, try to, so both are situational discretion, constitutional discretion, both are there. So in that way, recent judgment was there. Okay, recent Supreme Court verdict regarding state of Tamil Nadu versus governor of Tamil Nadu, because he is delaying the bills. So there is no time limit and all. So the Supreme Court gave the judgment regarding that. So he is not having the absolute veto. So please go through the veto powers of president, which are, so when you read the president, so electoral college and all, when you read the president chapter, vice president also you need to compare. So electoral college is different between president and vice president. So in that way I should do, and there is a formula is also there. So formula is also different. So veto powers, please go through the veto powers of president also. Then recently this controversy comes under this article 200. Under article 200 he can withhold the bills and all. So in there, that is why he is delaying it in the name of I am reserving for president and all. So he just simply delaying it. That's why Supreme Court had given some provided 1 month, 3 month, and again 1 month. So please go through what is this 1 month, what is this 3 months, and what is this. So you guys might have already read about it. Okay, then parliament, very very important chapter, and bit bigger chapter also, but it is very very easy chapter actually. Okay, so but try to read it smartly. Okay, only focused areas you need to focus. Okay, thing is, for example, question hour, 0 hour, these kind of questions they might ask simply, but sometimes they tend to confuse us by giving question hour into 0 hour into question hour. So, and again just go through the special powers of Rajya Sabha. When you compare with the Rajya Sabha versus Lok Sabha, there is a special powers to Rajya Sabha. Example, in regarding all India services, Rajya Sabha is bit powerful. When you want to if you want to add any subject into the state list and all, state list, I guess state list only. So Rajya Sabha is powerful only. So committees, very 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 important. Committees, very very important. Then committees, example, PAC, estimates committee, ethics committee. Ethics committee is in news. Ethics committee is in news. Please go through that. Okay. Then budget. So the stages of budget, if you say budget, nowhere mentioned in the constitution. It is annual financial statement mentioned like that. Article 112. So please, last year they had asked Article 109, I guess. So please go through the budget procedure also. Sometimes they give in a linear fashion. So sometimes they confuse us. So that's why please go through the budget procedure also. Okay. Budget procedure, bill proceedings and also all those things and all. Okay. Then uske baad, then you should go through the motions part. Okay. No confidence motion, cut motions and all. So all those things. So you guys already heard about it, but please go through them. Okay. So here one more thing. Money bill versus financial bill. Last time they had confused us, right? Money bill versus, here speaker role is bit higher. Okay, speaker dominates here. Okay, speaker decides, na? That's why. Okay, then financial bill 1, financial bill 2. So these differences are there in Lakshmikant or whatever the polity book you read, na? So money bill and financial bill 1, 2. Please go through the slight thin differences. Please go through the thin differences. Okay. Then, so whatever the tables, wherever it is there, Lakshmikant, if you go to even environment book and all, wherever tables are there, wherever there is a map is there. So example, philosophies in culture partner. So just diagram itself is suffice actually. So where he comes from, something like that. Ramanuja comes from, like that. Namdev comes from, in that way. Okay. So then emergency powers. It is very important because Manipur is burning. So Article 356, state emergency. So recently we were worried about, like, there might be chance of national emergency because India versus Pakistan war. Article 352, Article 356 and Article 360. अभी तक Article 360 नहीं डाला था, अभी तक नहीं आया था. So but impact. So the question won't be like, what is Article 352? So impact. So impact on, example, fundamental rights. Impact on state legislative procedure. Okay, state legislature. So because center dominates, right? So in that way, just go through. So what are the fundamental rights will be curbed. So you might have heard about emergency provisions, like 1935 Act, or no, 1935 only, emergency provisions, and Weimar Constitution also. So please go through this table also. So they had taken from this. So because our constitution, like, taken from many sources, right? So please, emergency powers, Article 352 under. So try to recollect the things while close the book, and try to recollect the things. So that you can interconnect the things easily. You can remember and you can easily eliminate. So okay, focus on elimination part. Okay, then this is the hot topic of like a very UPSC. It seems like very silly or easy questions, but we tend to commit the mistake. What are legal rights? What are constitutional rights? Okay, very important question. Okay, what are legal rights? Please go through them. Example, right to vote is constitutional right. It is previous question itself. Right to property, it is a legal right. Article 300A. Earlier it was in Article 31, I guess. Okay, then please go through the acts, like, especially the Waqf Act, and one nation one election debate is going on, right? So एक ही बार election करेंगे. Okay, then uniform civil code, Article 44 DPSP. So uniform civil code yet to, actually Uttarakhand is having now, not India is not yet. So uniform civil code, with respect to uniform civil code, article 44 you need to recollect, and what and all one nation one election debate is there, and you can try to recollect the other thing also. Okay, it was introduced as a money bill and all. So then must and should, you should refer RTI Act. It was in 2005. It is 20 years by now. We are reaching 20 years. 2025 now we are in. So 20 years. Okay. RTI Act. So please go through it, and you can CIC and all, just go through it. Refer constitutional bodies, especially because recently chairman appointed, right? UPSC, then election commission, because appointing procedure itself had changed, right? That's why election commission is very important. Then finance commission. Now so 16th finance commission terms of reference has come. So that's why please go through the finance commission, especially the 15th finance commission. 15th finance commission, what are and all their features. So then National Commission for SCs, National Commission for SCs, all those things. And so just go through the important constitutional bodies, especially the UPSC, ECI and Finance Commission. Non-constitutional bodies, here we tend to commit the mistakes. That is why we should go through only these topics. NHRC and Law Commission, it's not a constitutional body. Lokpal and Lokayukta, then CBI, CVC, then Niti Aayog. Okay, Niti Aayog also. Please go through the Niti Aayog and NHRC. So then Supreme Court. So anyway, lot of judgments are coming. So and without Supreme Court, the question won't be there. So please go through the all writs. Okay, all writs. Then what are the Supreme Court powers and all, basically. And petitions, you might have heard about the what is review petition, what is curative petition. Okay. So then this you need to remember. Okay, you need to remember. You can even note down also. Okay, what are the terms not defined in the constitution? Terms not defined in the constitution, like domicile is not defined, federalism is not defined, martial law is not defined, basic structure itself is not defined. Basic structure is evolving. Every judgment it evolves. Okay, through every judgment it evolves. From the Keshavananda Bharati, you everyone knew that. And office of profit, it is also not mentioned. Untouchability, earlier they had asked the question, untouchability, it is not mentioned. And the minority part, now it is very important because of the Waqf Act. Okay, so minority, article 25 to 20, article 25 to 30, you need to go through. Must and should. Then budget itself is not defined. So everyone says budget, but the thing is, like, it is annual financial statement. So it's not mentioned. Even violation of constitution, what means violation of the constitution? Like our president can be removed through violation of the constitution, but it is not defined what is meant by violation of constitution in the constitution itself. So please go through these things. Okay, then earlier last year they had asked the 8th schedule, right? This year I am expecting this thing. Okay, what are classical languages? 5 languages they have added: Marathi, Pali, Prakrit, easy, it is easy, and Assamese, Bengali. Okay, Marathi, Pali, Prakrit, Assamese, Bengali, these 3. Okay, so these 5 have included in the classical languages. Some 1500 years old, some criteria is there na classical language. Please go through that. So these are all like major, and whatever the things we miss here, please, if you feel other things are important and all, please go through that also. Okay, so constitutional bodies we have discussed, non-constitutional bodies, where to focus also we discussed, and the starting part of Lakshmikant, where to discuss and all we have discussed. And the thing is, like, each and every chapter, the backside of each and every chapter, we can say it is an index and all. Please focus on it. Okay, please focus on it, because most of the judgment might have written there, and many things have written over there. Okay, please go through it. I have discussed legal rights versus constitutional rights also. Sometimes they might ask the natural rights also. What are the natural rights? Please go through that. What? So literal meaning, literally what they have written in the constitution, please just read that. Okay, don't go your interpretations, don't go with your assumptions. Okay, then the topic is geography. Okay, geography, most of the times they are focusing on the mapping part now. So they might tend to ask the conventional things, like, traditionally they might ask the definitions also, they might ask the conceptual concepts also. Sometimes last year they had asked, June 21 means, at June 21 what will happen, at September 21 what will happen. Sometimes, mostly they are focusing on this. So that is why, movement of the earth, movement of the earth. Okay, movement of the earth, we know that, everyone knew that, so no need to discuss here. Okay, what is summer solstice, what is winter solstice, and spring equinox and autumn equinox. Okay, please don't confuse here. So they might swap, okay, to confuse us. So we are human beings, ultimately tend to get confused. Okay, then this heat budget chapter. So why I have written here means, heat budgets nowadays they are not asking what is troposphere, what is stratosphere, what is mesosphere, what is thermosphere, all those things and all. Okay, so they are not asking this, but we need to have idea over it. Example, stratosphere, if you know. So what is that stratosphere? Like, importance of stratosphere, majorly ozone layer is there na. Ozone layer, it protects from UV rays, from the, directly coming from the sun, right? So in that way, heat budget. So how insolation, how it is coming, and long wave radiation, how it is going. So this is all about the heat budget. Just go through the, like, insolation part, how it is. Everything depends on this only, right? This precipitation, whatever is happening. So long wave radiation. So earth is, okay, then now the topic regarding especially Operation Sindoor is going on, right? So India versus Pakistan, that turf, or what do we say, it is rift between India and Pakistan is happening, right? So we tend to go for this type of they will definitely ask this type of questions. Okay, sorry. Here, Indus Water Treaty. They will not ask directly what is Indus Water Treaty and all. So they might ask the tributaries. Okay, tributaries of this IJC. Remember the sequence: Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, and then RBS, Ravi, Vyas, Sutlej. These are eastern rivers, you can say. These are the western rivers. If simple question comes, like western rivers and eastern rivers, it is western and eastern rivers, because Indus Water Treaty, it is in news. So please go through the this tributaries of, especially the Indus River tributaries. Earlier they had asked, right, Shyok, Nubra, all these things and all. So that is why please go through that, especially the major rivers Brahmaputra and Ganga. So tributaries of Brahmaputra and Ganga, if possible go through the Godavari tributaries also. Dakshina Ganga na it is, Dakshina Ganga it is. That is why please go through the Godavari and that tributaries also. Okay, because central government focusing on Andhra as well as Bihar now. Okay, so Amaravati is also important in culture part. So in that way I'm saying southern part Godavari river is also important. So you heard about Polavaram also. Earlier question was there, southern South Indian question, like Grand Canyon of India, it is Penna river. So Grand Canyon. Then earthquakes. Now every day, I think most of the, like every month we heard about like somewhere around the earthquake, like around the world and as well as in India also. Okay, so majorly it's we everyone know the reason behind the earthquake. Just simply the definition is like releasing of the energy. Okay, so majorly in India, according to BAS in India, Bureau of, please go through 2, 3, 4, 5 major zones. Like India, around 4 zones are there. These are like very dangerous, these two. Okay, especially the Himalayan belt, you can say, especially the Himalayan belt. So why it is coming like this, especially the wiring. Especially the Himalayan belt. Okay, na, because sedimentary nature na, that is why Himalayan belt, most of the Himalayan belt and the northeast also comes under the 4 and 5. Okay, most of the region is 5 region, zone 5 only. So then if they asked regarding recently this Operation Brahma na, I think Operation Brahma, we provided the aid to Myanmar actually. So that is earthquake in Myanmar because of so due to this Sagaing region. So recently Sagaing region is in news. Sagaing region, they might ask where is the Sagaing region, all those things and all. So we tend to confuse sometimes. So it's not the rule that everyone knew that. So it is in Myanmar. Sagaing region is Myanmar. So majorly reason is in India, if earthquake comes, major reason is because India is moving like this, like towards the Eurasian plate. Okay, Indian plate is moving towards the Eurasian plate. That is why the earthquakes are coming. Bhutan, Nepal, and earlier Bhuj was the very big earthquake it was. Then Sagaing region. Sagaing region is from Andaman Sea to Eastern Himalayas. Till there it extends. Okay. Then after that, so major things are like P waves, S waves, all those things also there. P waves, S waves, all those things. So these are the different types of waves. So body waves, S waves and all. Please go through that. Please go through the water body waves, water surface waves, love waves, Rayleigh waves, all those things and all. Then so you should try to link with the global warming and El Nino part. Okay, what is ENSO? El Nino plus Southern Oscillation. What is El Nino? What is El Nino? Why, because of El Nino, drought is coming, erratic monsoon is happening. So then La Nina, and so because of La Nina, floods. Okay, so because of El Nino, Peru region full of floods. Because of La Nino, floods to especially the monsoon dependent countries. Indian Ocean dipole also very very important. Please go through basics of this. It is clearly given in the NCERT. Okay, then India and neighbors. Now it is very very important, especially try to remember this mnemonic. Okay, BC Pan MBA, BC Pan MBA. Okay, simple. BC Pan, Bangladesh, highest bordering, then China, then Pakistan, then Nepal, then Myanmar, then Bhutan, then Afghanistan. Then after that, so now Balochistan. Now, so their Balochistan Liberation Army is very aggressive now. Balochistan Army, they hijacked one train. Balochistan and bordering nations like Afghanistan, AIPS, Afghanistan, Iran, Punjab, in India, Punjab, okay, Balochistan. So Sindh province in Pakistan, then Arabian Sea. These are all bordering, like countries with the bordering with the Balochistan. Okay, then cyclones, basics of in geography basics. You need to just go through the what is eye wall, all those things and all, and conditions of cyclone, all those things. Okay, anticyclone, the conditions, basic differences. Okay, so then focus on the Indian monsoon part, because India is dependent on Indian monsoon, especially the southwest monsoon. Okay, how there itself, like we heard about like Coriolis force. We heard about Coriolis force. Because of that only, the direction is simply shifted like this, southeast to southwest. How? Because of the Coriolis force. Please go through the Coriolis force, such kind of small things. Western disturbance, what is western disturbance and all, whether it is cyclonic or anticyclonic, and also how it is coming from Mediterranean Sea, all those things. Please go through it. Then Operation Sindoor. Because of Operation Sindoor, you need to focus on the especially the Jammu Kashmir as well as Ladakh region, especially the mountain passes like example Pir Panjal Pass, Jojila Pass, Burjil Pass, this side, okay, Rohtang Pass, Shipkila Pass, all those things and all. Here, Sikkim, Nathula, Jilepla, okay, then Bumidla, then Dihang. These are all the major passes in India. So presently they are in news. Please go through the, like Mana Pass is also there here. Mana Pass is also there. So please go through the Agil Pass. Okay. So Agil Pass, all those things. Major passes in Jammu and Kashmir. In the same way, ocean currents, based on the temperature, we like we differentiate like surface currents, all those things and all. So here major thing, why I am discussing about the cold current and warm current. They might give simply like Bangalore current is nothing but it is a cold current. So we'll discuss only the cold current, so that you can easily eliminate. Peru current is in one direction. Peru current is it is also called as Humboldt current, then Benguela current, then West Australian current, then after that Oyashio current, then this one not Irminger, it is I guess Labrador only. Greenland current you can also say. It is Labrador is this one important. Then California. Recently it is in news because of forest fires. Okay. Then Canaries current it is. Then Oyashio we have already discussed. West Australian currents also. So please remember only the cold current, so that easily you can eliminate. Then places need to be referred. So nowadays Middle East is in news, and UPSC focus majorly on the Middle East part. Okay, Syria, Turkey. So boycott Turkey is going on, right? So try to go through this Middle East part. What are the bordering countries, and especially the Red Sea part. So and last year also it was there. Black Sea part. We have cheating codes. It is there in YouTube wherever you go. Like all Tariq is there. Tariq you can say for Black Sea, I guess. Tirak or Tariq you can say, like Red Sea, and Gulf of Mexico is in news. Okay, and Diego Garcia. Then Agalega Island, Panama Canal. Okay, Panama Canal also. These are all in news actually. Okay, please go through the places in news. It is clearly provided with the diagrams only. So nicely go through that and use the cheating codes to avoid the confusion. So then Operation Sindoor. Yeah. Why Operation Sindoor I am reiterating number of times means it is related, like I am reconnecting with other things also, like saffron cultivation. Jammu and Kashmir known for it. We know glacial deposits. So glacial deposits, it is also called as glacial deposits or Karevas. Karevas, you heard about it. So actually this saffron is not native to India. Please remember that. Then local winds, they might confuse us. Actually we heard about Santa Ana. We have already discussed, right? Santa Ana. Then and the thing is like try to remember only the cold winds. Okay, cold winds. These are all hot winds. Sirocco, Pampero, all those things. Buran. So please go through the only cold currents. Phone wind is warm wind. Okay, phone. So please go through the local winds. Burge wind, these are all local winds. Then Andaman Nicobar is in news. Okay, because world's longest banana they have discovered. Musa Indian Andamanis. Actually, you can easily tick easily you can mark it because Andaman is there, but the thing is that they might confuse with another thing and all. Please, Musa, world's longest banana discovered in Andaman and Nicobar. Actually, Great Nicobar Island project is going on. That is why Andaman Nicobar is important now. Okay, so north to south, all those things and all. Sometimes they might ask this 8-degree channel, 9-degree channel, 11-degree channel. Please go through it. Very silly, and they might ask. Example, 10-degree channel, Andaman and between the Andaman and Nicobar. So sometimes they might ask what are the Great Andaman is Wonge, Jarawa. These are all. So around 6 to 7 tribes are there. They are in Andaman and Nicobar. Okay. Then, so these are all major topics, and try to majorly focus on the river system, especially on the dams, and thing is especially the tributary parts. Then agriculture part, Kharif, Rabi, and as well as Zaid crops and all. These type of things they might ask. So they might ask about the types of irrigation and all. Maybe application oriented, it will be bit easy. So if you read the question easily, you can mark it actually. So that is why geography mostly focus these 2 days. Try to focus only on the places and the tricky things, conceptual things and all. Okay, especially the GC Liang, that Mediterranean climate I said, right? Mediterranean climate, Sudan climate, desert climate, all those things. Please go through the important things only. Equatorial climate and all. So last year they had already asked the marine climate. They might ask China also this time. Okay, so please go through it. Then, so we'll start with the economy part. We'll try to go with bit speeder manner. So thing is GDP measurements. So we everyone knew that what is GDP and all, what types of GDP methods, types of measurements, how it is production method, income method, expenditure method, all those things and all. I don't want to discuss those. And main thing is base year change committee. Recently Goldar committee was there, na? Bishwanath Goldar committee. If they ask what is relevance of Goldar committee, it was 26 member committee. for to change the base year from 2011 to it bit outdated na, so that's why they wanted to change structural changes they want to bring 2022-23. So base year change committee, so now base year is 2011-12 only, they wanted to change Bishwanath Goldar committee. So actually na the focus area of UPSC is these things these days. No, simply they just confuse us, like what is monetized deficit, what is primary deficits. They just confuse fiscal deficit minus interest payments, revenue expenditure. So they tend to confuse us through the definitions. So please go through those things and all. So here I have provided the table, easy to make you easily remember. Example, what are the revenue receipts? Tax revenues, non-tax revenues. These are all comes under non-tax revenues. These are all comes under tax revenues. These are capital receipts. Capital receipts. Here GST matters actually. So capital receipts. So recovery of loans, disinvestment. So they simply asks, disinvestment comes under. It comes under capital receipts. Okay, please go through that. Then government expenditure, where it will put majority of the part will be salaries, pensions, subsidies, then debt repayment, machinery, then roads and buildings, because long term. So that is why you should remember this table. Even BOP also, balance of payment, their table is important. Current account, capital account, what comes under current account, what comes under capital account. Then recent budget I have taken from the PIB. So recent budget, from where money is coming, from where money is rupee is going, majority of the money where it is from where it is coming, borrowings and liabilities, then income tax, then GST. So these are all sequence of it. Then corporation tax. So please go through the majority of the things. Then rupee goes to where it is going. Where it is going? State share only. They have to provide. Na? Center has to provide, right? So in that way, then interest payments also. They are the major things. Then central sector schemes here. Okay. Now rationalization of subsidies is going on. But the thing is, like, still majority of the part is going for the state share only. Then after that, interest payments. See here, see the trends, whether the fiscal deficit, because we are going towards the rationalization, right? Definitely tend to decrease. See the trends 2022, 2025, 26. Fiscal deficit is declining trend, and revenue deficit also. So because we have the FRBM targets, na? We have FRBM commitments. That is why we are in line with the FRBM commitments. We are going, so we are reducing it. Okay, what is so just a slight difference of primary deficit, effective revenue deficit. Just go through the definitions. Okay, very slight differences will be there. And recently that budget, it is mentioned that Gyan. What is this Gyan? What is this Gyan? G means Garib, Y means youth, A means farmer, agriculture means farmer, N means Nari. So we have already 106th constitutional amendment, Nari Shakti, we have discussed, right? In that way, whatever the schemes regarding Garibi, labor, then youth, then farmer, then Nari, if at all mentioned in the agriculture, budget, please refer and please go through that. These 2 days, these small topics, you don't try to go through them. Please don't ignore. Okay, then balance of payments. This is very important for our upcoming exam. Simply they just swap, what are net net invisibles, what are net visibles, like capital account, like what and all comes under capital account and all, FDI, FII, all those things comes under foreign investment. Everything comes under capital account only. Okay, then example, remittances, gifts, grants. These are all UPSC tend to give such kind of questions. Please go through the non-fact trade in services. What and all comes under shipping, banking, software. So name itself says. So try to retrieve from the word itself. Okay. So please go through the tables which are all provided. Then types of inflation. Inflation, we already know that, everyone know that what is inflation, what is disinflation, what is reflation, like that. Everybody knew that types of inflation, creeping, trotting, all those things and all. Then CPI versus WPI. Recently, I think some committee has formed regarding changing the base year for WPI to PPI, purchase production, something like that. PPI. Then the thing is like trends in FDI. So recently FDI. So it has reached the 1 trillion mark. 1 trillion mark. Then trends in remittances. So in FDI also, majority focusing on the service sector. Majority still it is service sector is dominating. Though it has opened many gates for other sectors also, still service sector is dominating. Then trends in remittances. India is itself is dominating in remittances part. And what are sources? Major sources: USA, UAE, UK. So major, at least 5 you need to remember. Then core part of UPSC majorly focus and majorly tend to confuse us here. Okay, where agriculture part. Earlier they had asked about the rice question, right? Rice. India is the largest exporter of rice and all. In that way, go through the economic survey, especially the starting lines. They might have given some 4 or 5 lines regarding what is there and all. At least the starting chapter, overview of the economic survey chapter. Please go through that, and there you can see the trends, how the CAD is there, how our FDIs are coming and going, and how this growth and all, India's growth and all these things and all, major things and all. Focus on this part. What are Kharif and Rabi crops? They just simply confusing us. They had given around 7 types of crops, and simply you have to eliminate one only, coffee something, I guess, previous question. So in that way, you just go through Kharif and Rabi, and Zaid crops not required, but at least if you go through the Kharif crops, you can easily eliminate. Okay, so because government is providing MSP, right? MSP for 22 crops, around 14 Kharif crops, 6 Rabi crops, 2 cash crops, I guess. Okay, then recently budget, it has mentioned Makhana crop, Makhana board they have established in Bihar. Okay, so it is called as black diamond. So black diamond. Then turmeric board. It is in, I think, Telangana. So please go through. So earlier they had asked about coffee board, right? So in that way they might ask the Makhana as well as turmeric, anyone, because it is mentioned in budget part, right? Then horticulture mission and all. So horticulture, what and all comes under like major India produces and all, because we are our lifestyle itself, mission life is there, right? So our lifestyle itself going towards the good healthy habits and all. So we tend to go for it, and we are also moving towards the less water intensive crops. So in that sense, we are going towards the horticulture, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, all those things and all. Please go through that. So then trends also please go through in the economic survey part. Then tariff wars, the major rift between USA and China is going on, right? So in the name of reciprocal tariffs, आप जितना डाल लो मैं उतना डाल दूंगा, ऐसा. ओके, सो यूएसए चाइना tariff, आप 100 डालेगा तो मैं 150 डाल दूंगा, ऐसा. In that way they are fighting each other. So it is impacting on the overall global global supply chain. Okay, so try to recollect the things like such kind of definitions. Don't be confused regarding anti-dumping duty, countervailing duty, all those things and all. So please this such kind of small silly definitions and all. What is the difference between cess and surcharge? Such kind of questions they bound to give 30 to 35 questions. Definitely they are easy. So please don't commit over, like especially the easy questions, please don't commit the mistakes. Okay, so then international organizations are very very important, so especially the reports and all, and IMF reports or global outlook and all. So WTO, if you say, the ministerial conference is the highest body. So MC13, it is in news. So we already knew that already, like they had asked about, like amber box related to, simply they asked related to. So we should know the simple, like how it is, like whether it is linked with the WTO or not and all. Okay, then okay, so World Bank and the 5 institutions of World Bank and few important reports of World Bank. Then we'll go for science and technology. It is very very important for UPSC prelims. So please go through the Chandrayaan 3, then Chandrayaan 4. Okay, so then space station, so zero gravity operation future may, so we are going to, it will be operational by 2035. Space station, Bharatiya Antariksh Station. So then Aditya L1 mission. So other things like difference between PSLV, GSLV, okay, and LVM3, I guess. Okay, so like whatever they are there, and so please go through the PSLV, GSLV, all those channels. So then ballistic missile, basic differences between ballistic missile and cruise missile. Example, we have BrahMos is there, so, and ballistic missile, so it works on the principle of gravity, just like then IGDMB, so DRDO program is there, IGDMB is there, integrated guided missile development program. So we have the code like Patan or Patna and all. So P means Prithvi 1 2 3, and Akash missile Trishul, Nag. So fire and forget, you can say fire and forget. Earlier they had asked USA question, right? Third 2016, I guess, third question and all, USA wala. So this was a bouncer for us. So third question. So then they might ask this time, they might ask about the India's defense mechanism, because lot of hue and cry is going on, war is going on, right? So please go through this thing. These are all latest thing, right? Agni 5 and Agni 6. In terms of, they might confuse us like whether it is a 5,000 kilometers range or something like that. They simply change the number and all. So please careful enough while choosing it, and please go through the Agni 5, Agni 6 and Agni Prime also. Now we entered into the industry 4.0. Everything is connected now. Everything we are depending on the technology. So that is why earlier they had asked, simply they had asked about the augmented reality, virtual reality. We tend to use video games and all those things we regularly uses, right? So now the important thing is like mixed reality. What is mixed reality? So both, mix of both actually. So just basic definitions, please go through it. Basic definitions, please go through it. Nanotechnology, everyone knew it. Example, nano fertilizers are there. Example, liquid urea, many things are there. Nanotechnology means many things. So for precision, so precision targeting, precision farming, wherever precision comes, like nanotechnology can be used. On the negative side, pollution, everyone knew that. And goldine and graphene in use actually. So goldine and graphene in use. Please go through the difference between the goldine and graphene and the application, and as well as the application of 3D and 4D. Okay, if possible 5G and 6G. These are all latest news, especially. Okay, please must and should please go through the these things: augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality, IoT, all those things and all. Everyone knows IoT. They had asked one big paragraph last time. So they might ask, okay, even what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, just basic definitions and all, what is quantum computing, what is application of it, all those things and all, they might application oriented. So most of the time we'll go for all the answer, but be careful while choosing the all as a answer, okay. And the next thing, so now everyone is going towards the AI, right? India also going towards the AI. So AI mission, it is mentioned in the economic survey, so that is why India AI mission. Please go through the basic features of India's AI mission, what is its targets and all. Then recently in operation, why we were able to protect from the Pakistan, we were able to protect from the drone attacks. Many attacks were there, many thousands of drones they have thrown onto us, still we were able to escape from it because of Akash Tir. It is in news, developed by Bell. So real-time data to control, it uses real-time data to control the radars, weapons, command rooms. So it acted as a strong shield against the Pakistan. So it is, so we should be appreciate India homemade air defense system. So now we are not depending on Israel, okay. So we are also having Akash Tir. It is there in news, please, it is there in PIB, everywhere, government document, it is there, please focus on it. Then quantum computing, so I think Nobel, please go through the Nobel prizes, please go through that Nobel prizes, especially like medicine part and all, then physics part. So like basic thing, like why they had given the Nobel prize, especially the application part of it, okay. Example, quantum computing. So you might have heard about quantum entanglement and quantum superposition. So it works on the principle of qubits, okay, at a time 0 1. Just go through it. Then these are all very important things. They might simply ask the definitions, 2 single liners and all. What is regenerative agriculture? What is natural farming? Slight differences. What is carbon farming? What is organic farming? Zero budget, natural farming, we already, ZB, NF, we already heard about it. We are going towards one health approach, okay. That is why we should have what is regenerative agriculture. What is here? Soil health is taken care, biodiversity is taken care, everything is taken care here, so, okay. And crop diversification is happening, okay. So that is why it is called regenerative agriculture. So we are going towards the sustainable practices, okay. Then earlier they had lithium ion batteries, all those things, many are there, right? So in that same line, zinc air battery, one is acting as a cathode, one is acting as a anode. Please go through just 2 or 3 lines. What is zinc air battery? Why it is there? Like in small applications, like ear aid, something like that, very small applications, simple applications के लिए you can use zinc air battery technology. Then we have heard about the small modular reactors, very small, optimally utilizing the spaces here, so that is why no need of very big reactors and also. So we are going for Bharatiya small modular reactors, less than, I think, nearby 300 megawatts, something like that, less than 300 megawatts or something. So basic differences, whenever you are reading, just have, for example, we discussed about governor versus president versus vice president, these things and all we have discussed in that same level. So when you are reading, so try to differentiate between the what is fission, what is fusion, where it is, what CRN is doing. So in that way, so artificial sun, all those things are in news actually, artificial sun. artificial sun by China, I guess, right? Huh. So next, distribution of nuclear reactors, right from Rawat Bhata to Kaiga near Kudankulam, all those things. So nuclear distribution of nuclear reactors and also you need to go through the map part. Then simply they might ask what is NAS, what is SAS, what is GPU. So it seems like network as a service. They simply use software as a service and graphics processing unit as a service. Please go through this. Please go through this. Graphics processing unit as a service. Here they use network as a service. Here software as a service. So the name itself will tell you the answer. Okay. So earlier they had asked about the plant cell and animal cell differences. So this year I am expecting the basic differences between DNA, RNA, and recently that medicine Nobel Prize had given, right? mRNA. Please must and go through the what is mRNA. Then types of vaccines. Okay. So mostly I think I have covered most of the things and also please, and especially the modern history part. For example, if you go through like each and every chapter index you need to go through, then press chapter, education chapter, then tribal movements, especially tribal revolts, Santhal, all those things and all. Please go through them, especially the governor generals, confusing chapter. So governor generals, every time last year, this year they have removed the question, right? Lord Cornwallis something. So Jamindari, Mahalwari, Raitwari. So who introduced, what are the criteria for the, like Jamindari, Mahalwari and Raitwari. Okay, please, and regions also, major regions, they have these land settlements where they have brought important, very important chapters of modern history. Then come to the culture part. Try to now don't go for everything like I have to read everything like that. So please, must and should, these two are anyway. If they want to give somewhere else like out of the blue and all, so we can't do anything. But basic Buddhism, Amaravati school and Gandhara school and Mathura school, all those things and all, and their major philosophies. Then Jainism. So Jainism major philosophies, you already like three jewels are there, KFC and all, knowledge, faith, conduct, all those things and all. Ashtangika Marga, Buddhism, some types of like different sects are there again and all. So majorly when you go through the medieval part, so focus on the coins, focus on the architecture part. Okay, focus on the architecture part. What are like if at all paintings and all, if it is there in the news, just go through them, like example Madhubani painting, all those things. Then South Indian dynasties, there major focus areas. Actually earlier they had asked the like port also, right? So like then Vijayanagara, then Chola, these are all kingdoms, especially the architecture, temple architecture. Okay, difference between like temple architect, especially north and south. So this is their core area, Bhakti movement and Sufi movement, especially the Bhakti movement. The starting chapter of ancient history, Indus Valley civilization. Definitely, please go through the sites, especially the sites, because now India and Pakistan war is happening or happened. So only please go through this, whatever the major areas, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, whatever the significance of it. Okay, Indus Valley civilization and major themes of like this culture part. If at all GI tax vagaira and all is there, so please go through them also. Okay, then what and all like I think we have discussed most of the things. I haven't left anything. In for example in economy, please go through the National Family Health Survey 5. Okay, must and should, major basic whatever and all, because nowadays they are not asking 2011 census and all those things. So please go through them. Then Banking part I didn't covered here. So banking part, what and all, nps, nowadays it is declining trend and all, so nps part also you just go through what and all is there. So what is substandard asset, all those sdl is there, right? So all those things. And then what and all is there. So I think most of the things I have covered. Yeah. So rebel groups across the world, example, you can note down: Boko Haram is in Nigeria, Al Nusra in Syria, Hamas in Gaza Strip, M23 Congo, so it is Rwanda backing, Al Shabaab Somalia and East Africa, then Hezbollah Lebanon it is. So these are all major rebel groups. Then in terms of international organizations, Quad is important, G20 is important. So you can't remember every member of it, right? So and the thing is like RCEP, like, and these are all major important things in IR also. Places in news, focus on the places in news, and lot of buzzes and hue and cry is going on, so focus on those areas only. And nuclear, this one, no first use policy and export control regimes, we are not part of NSG, okay? So only part of MTCR Australian group and Wassenaar group. So please go through them. Then I have discussed about the budget part anyway, whoever and all is there. And defense, I think some bouncers are coming like that. So defense mechanism, like defense questions are coming like, last year also they had asked 2 questions from it. So we can't do anything for that. If you are aware of it and try to apply your common sense, so not an issue at all. And one more thing is like, I want to share with you. So I have inquired with many of the toppers, and they are saying on the very last day, like just before the exam day, example Saturday, this Saturday, try to stop reading by 7 or 8, or at least by 6, at least by 8. I am not saying at least by 8. And try to have like, normal, like, proper sleep. So maintain the proper sleep. Actually without sometimes we were worrying about the sleep, all those things and all. And it is like, after waking up, you should think like, yes, I have slept normal, like, nicely, so I'm going to clear this year, I'm going to clear definitely this year. Go with that mindset, positive mindset, and try to revise small like, chota things, like, I said na, that acts and all 70 73 18 13, all those things and all in the morning of the exam. If at all you have any cheating codes and all, you can go through them. And try to have a calm and composed atmosphere, like, in exam also don't go for like, silly mistakes and bubbling mistakes, all those things and all. So because definitely it brings a lot of it takes a lot of toll, right? So take on you. So try. And one more thing is like, CSAT, don't neglect the CSAT. These 2 days also try to do like, as much as you can. These 2 days also try to do the CSAT part also. And I think most of the things I have, like, a static part I have covered, like, all the like I have linked with the current affairs part also. So please try to go through each and every topic which I have discussed here. If you already gone through, like, going like, just refer one more time. So because they are the, like, hot cakes, so you can easily grab the marks from here. Okay, I wish you all the best from my side as well as the Amigos side. Okay, wish you all the best, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity.